Yeah, this frankly terrifies me. This is like something out of RoboCop, going along, or Terminator, going along scanning everyone's face and comparing it to a database of 600,000 people. Because at the moment, we're supposed to trust that the police and the government are only going to use it for positive measures to catch criminals. And, they might catch somebody who's selling some weed or something else that's causing such terrible social devastation that we need to scan everyone's face. But we've got to think about how this technology is going to be misused by future generations of governments. So we can't trust that we're always going to be living in a stable democracy. It doesn't seem that stable at the moment. There seems to be more authoritarian regulations and legislation coming through. In 15 years' time, the UK will probably be a province of China. So if you look, before the Second World War, the Dutch government conducted a really detailed census of its population. And the aim of that census was to provide better services to the people in each area so they could tailor the services exactly for those people. But when the Nazis invaded the Netherlands, they had access to this database that said exactly where all the Jews or any other people that they wanted to persecute were. And as a result, the persecution of Jews and other minorities in the Netherlands was carried out far faster and far more brutally. 3/4 of Dutch Jews were murdered.
So a bit like Joe Biden leaving all that information in Afghanistan.
Slightly.
Something similar.
Yeah.
I mean, this could help Nana and John Gaunt persecute all the unvaxxed,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not too far away from this.
No, we're not at all. They're building camps in Australia and around the world for the unvaxxed, and it's a very dangerous time. But the government should not have access to this kind of data. They shouldn't have too much access to our personal information. They shouldn't know anything about us if we can help it. The census should be anonymous. But because the government's main job, one of their main precepts, is to protect our privacy, to protect our civil liberties, and they forget that.
But if they put in the cameras in there to protect you, so say there's crime, and ultimately this is the reasoning for this.
It's always security, isn't it? Security is always the reason that we give up our liberties, whether it's the feeling of security in the COVID context, or if it's literal security, as in we're going to protect you from the baddies. That's always how they take away our freedoms. But it's not just the government we have to be afraid of. It's who else has access to this system. Councillors, the officers for the councillors, people further down the chain who are very, very low down the hierarchy but have a lot of access. People, small people with a lot of power are very dangerous. I genuinely think that we're becoming a Chinese police state. Every day we're giving more and more of information, whether it's the COVID, the vaccine passport that we download, or whether it's the people's Ring door stops. Everywhere we look, everything about ourselves is being fed to the government. People say, yeah, but you're on social media, you give information about yourself away all the time. Yes, but I choose to do that. Yeah. And I choose what I put on my social media. There's certain things I keep private. My family, for example, and everyone has their own levels, their own limits, and that's how it should be. We should not be opted in by default to any surveillance system.